Welcome back to our big broadcast. We are coast to coast and border to border on TuneIn, iTunes, of course, radio loyalty, TalkTrue.com, 50 plus AM FM stations across the country and around the world, KJagRadio.com as well. Sunday radio broadcast on our live Twitch stream via our website, JIGGYJAGUAR.com. Jay Bird Wells will be back with us here in just a few moments. And it is an amazing, amazing day on our Sunday radio broadcast here. Thanks for joining us. We want to send a big shout out to our friends at KFRK in Denver, Colorado as well, World Radio Network, and as I mentioned, 50 plus AM FM stations across the country and around the world. iHeartRadio as well. Download the iHeartRadio app. Do it right now over at iHeartRadio. And we have a fantastic segment here real quick. We got, as you know, you can find us on Twitter at JIGGYJAGUAR. And fairly recently, we get a lot of tweets. We get various things from folks. And we had a fantastic tweet happen over the weekend. We had someone follow us on Saturday, I believe. A gentleman by the name of Evil Face DJ. He is evilface_DJ. He sent us a follow. I'm going to see if I can pop this up here so you can see exactly what the heck is going on here. There's the tweet. This gentleman by the name of Evil Face DJ followed us. I've never heard of this guy. Never heard of him. But he followed us. And I went ahead, and of course I always thank everybody for following us. I always make sure that I get back with folks, and I always tell them, hey, thank you for the follow, and I appreciate the follow, and all these various things. Twitter etiquette that you're supposed to do. So he gets back with me, and he spams me with a message. Of course he does. He says, I hope you get a chance to drop a like on my 2 new Muzak videos. Now, I don't know what a Muzak video is, but apparently he has these 2 videos out. And one being something called Ill Will, Evil Face DJ. And then he has something else out called Suicide.com. So we went ahead and I wanted to get him on. I thought, hey, this guy reached out to us about going over and liking his 2 videos. So I thought, well, let me see what we can do about getting him on. So I sent him a message and said, hey, I would love to have you on the radio show next week. He, of course, got back with me at some point, and he wanted to know some details. He wanted a direct message, so I was going to send him that. And then when I didn't get back with him in time, he went ahead and sent me another message and said, what happened? Cat got your tongue, as you can see there. I went ahead and I chatted with him this evening on direct message. This is the funniest conversation that I have ever, well, I shouldn't say ever had, because I've had terribly funnier conversations with other artists who don't seem to understand things. So he gets back with me, and I said, well, I'm interested in having you on the radio show. And he says, can you tell me more about the show? And, of course, my question is always to these folks, well, what exactly do you need to know? Everybody always wants to know, well, I need to know more information. Okay, what is that you need to know? Do you need to call me on Skype? Do we need to do a phone interview? What do you need to know? And so I got back with him, and I said, what exactly do you need to know? So he sends me this. He says, is it a physical show or over the web? Your banner shows live shooting, so you wasn't sure. What in the world? Now, let me piece this together. Is it a physical show or over the web? Okay. As I mentioned earlier, and if you do any research on this program, you will see that we are on 50 plus AM FM stations across the country and around the world. iHeartRadio as well. KFRK in Denver, World Radio Network. iHeartRadio, which is the biggest radio company on the face of this planet. We are on iHeartRadio. We're on their app as well. And we are also over the web at our website, JiggyJaguar.com, JIGGYJAGUAR.com. And he looked at my banner on our Twitter page, which shows me shooting some content for a television station in Salina, Kansas. So that means we're on television as well. So I got back with him and I said, hey, here's an example of our show. I honestly have zero clue what a physical show is. However, look at this and let me know if you're interested in being on. So I sent him that information. He gets back with me and he says, is that the channel where the content will be hosted? And I'm like, what? I think he wanted to know if that was the YouTube channel where the content was going to be hosted. I got back with him and I said, we are on 50 plus AM FM stations, on iHeartRadio as well, and I could send you a complete list, but honestly, this is going to take way too much time. And part of the reason why I said that is because I've done this before for folks. I've gathered up lists of stations that we're on, which, by the way, you can go to our website and you can find that list very easily. I've gathered up links. I've gathered up everything, and I've sent it to people. I've sent people pages and pages and pages and pages of links. And they get back with me, and they go, I'm not interested. Okay, here's the deal. At this point, I'm not even interested in having this guy on. But I told him, I said, let's do this. Let's touch base in 5 years, and we will be up to your standards. Now, the reason I say that is because 2 years ago, we had an artist that did the exact same thing. He randomly followed us on Twitter. He got a hold of me one day, and he said, I have this music video I want you to go like and promote. And I went over, and I said, well, I checked it out. We played it on our show. We got a lot of great feedback from folks. We would like an interview. We had people getting back to us. I actually had record executives at the time from Sony get back with me, and they said, hey, we heard this. Somebody got us a copy of your show. We heard this show on iHeartRadio or whatever. We want to interview. Can you get an interview with this guy? Because we're interested in hearing him. And we're interested. Now, what I believed was they're interested in signing the guy. So I tried to get back with him. And I said, hey, would you be interested in coming on? And he's like, man, I just want you to play my videos. And so I shared him the message from the record executive. And he goes, I'm just not interested in that. And he goes, check back with me in a couple years. So we did. We did an interview a couple weeks ago with the same guy. And then I forwarded it on to the record people, and they're like, that was 2 years ago. We've moved on. We're not interested. So he then gets back with me. This guy gets back with me. And he says, I think I'm going to pass, but I appreciate your consideration. Okay, I'm not considering anything. You're the one that hit me up and spammed me with your links and wanted me to like your videos on YouTube. He then said, you approached me, which I did not the other way around. And I feel like I'm allowed to ask a few questions. It has nothing to do with standards. Take care. Huh? he's allowed to ask some questions. Well, he did ask some questions, and I got back with him. And he apparently wasn't interested anymore. So we are going to move on from this guy. Totally fine. But I don't know. It's the craziest thing. Every once in a while we have people get a hold of us that do like he did, where they spam us with links. And they go, please go like my videos. Well, I went ahead and I disliked his videos. But I'm sure this will elicit a response, and we'll go back and forth, and we'll have some stupid war. But I figured I would just put this out there for any aspiring artists who decide they want to spam us. This is just the way things go, apparently. I don't know. So that is that. We are going to take a break. When we come back here on iHeartRadio and KFRK out there in Denver, Colorado, among many others. We've got more coming up. It is the world famous Jiggy Jaguar Radio broadcast. Check us out online, JIGGYJAGUAR.com.